Since quite a few of you guys have been asking for more informative Dragon Ball stuff, today I'm going to be talking about the Kaioken. This technique is a bit of an anomaly, as it hasn't really been explained or explored all that much in the main series. The most the audience ever really received in the way of an explanation is a short flashback that only lasted a couple of panels in the manga, and a bit of a throwaway line or two from Son Goku explaining how the technique works to Gohan and Krillin. Now, granted, at face value the technique is a very simple concept, but there is more to it than a lot of people seem to realize. As many people know all too well, the basic function of the technique is to temporarily increase a person's physical capabilities, and it is performed by taking control of all of the ki in one's body and amplifying it for a short period of time. Despite its straightforwardness and simple nature, the Kaioken is a very difficult ability to master. As a matter of fact, Kaio-sama, who created the technique, couldn't even master it himself. This is because to properly perform the technique, one has to have an incredible amount of control over their ki. See, when somebody suddenly amplifies the amount of ki present in their body, it's very easy for them to end up losing control of all of that energy, and this brings me to the Kaioken's main drawbacks. While the technique doesn't exactly cost any ki or stamina to use, it is incredibly difficult to keep the power provided by the technique in check. When performed properly, the technique seems to have absolutely no flaws, as there are no consequences for using it. The best example of this is after Goku first dispatched of Nappa with the Kaioken, he was perfectly fine, there was nothing wrong with him at all. However, if a user of the technique makes just one mistake while the Kaioken is active, the repercussions can be catastrophic. In the Dragon Ball universe, ki is a very powerful thing. We've seen its destructive capabilities firsthand, and it's no joke. It's capable of destroying planets, solar systems, and later on even galaxies. So when too much of it is left uncontrolled inside of something as relatively small as a human or Saiyan body, it can be very destructive. The reason why the Kaioken often damages Goku's body so badly isn't because it inherently drains the user's stamina, but because of the fact that controlling that much energy is very difficult. It's important to keep in mind that Goku is generally not used to being as powerful as the Kaioken makes him, so controlling all of that energy, especially while in the middle of a fight against somebody stronger than him, is very difficult to do. Now, that said, the lack of any direct inherent consequences for using the Kaioken make it a very flexible technique, and this flexibility makes the potential of the technique unthinkable. In other words, the Kaioken is only limited by its user's ability to control their ki. While the basic lowest level Kaioken doubles a person's physical capabilities, there's really no limit to how powerful somebody can become with this ability. Goku has tripled his strength, quadrupled his strength, multiplied it by 10, and even managed to multiply it by 20, and this was all within just a month of learning how to use the Kaioken. And although the Kaioken was eventually hopelessly outclassed with the introduction of Super Saiyan, Goku didn't let this keep him from refining and perfecting the technique. The Kaioken made its long-awaited comeback in Dragon Ball Super Episode 39, and barring filler and movies, this was the first appearance of the Kaioken since the Namek saga. It is worth noting though that when combined with Super Saiyan Blue, the Kaioken seems more like a transformation than a short burst-like power-up. Whether this was due to Goku training, or just due to the fact that it was combined with Super Saiyan Blue, wasn't really specified, but what was specified was that the only reason Goku was able to combine Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken in the first place is because of the fact that the transformation requires a calm mind and perfect ki control. Regardless, this use of Kaioken combined with Super Saiyan Blue had very serious repercussions more serious than any use of the Kaioken prior in the series. Goku actually ended up getting sick because of this, and developed a disorder called delayed onset ki disorder. Simply put, this is just a condition that develops in response to reckless use of ki, and it hinders the ability of a person to use their ki. Now, this isn't a thing that will happen regularly when Goku combines Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken, as he even said before he used it that the technique was incomplete. So hopefully when he gains more control over his ki, we can see Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken make a comeback, but until then, well, I don't really have any more left to talk about regarding the Kaioken. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe, maybe leave a comment telling me what you want me to talk about in a future video, and yeah, that about does it for me. So hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching to the end, and I will see you guys next time. So Kage out. Bye.